Hello traders, this is Jay from daytradingsupport.net, and in our previous video we learned how to use the chart trader and add that to our charts. Now what we're going to do is we are going to learn how to draw trend lines onto our charts. So we're going to start with opening Ninjatrader, which I have open right now, and we're going to have to go through the process if you don't have a data feed. Or a brokerage account, a funded brokerage account, then you're going to have to go and download the replay data for the day. So we're going to go do that now. We go to File, Utilities, Download Replay Data. We're going to select from your default list, which I have set up as a training list. And now we're going to select the day, which I'm going to download. We already did this in a previous video, but I'm going to refresh and do that again. So we're going to go and download Wednesday, August 12th, and then I'm going to click OK. We're going to look at the bottom right hand corner of this control center, see it's downloading, and now it's done. So now we're going to go and connect to Market Replay Connection. And now we're going to go back to our chart. We have the playback window. We're going to select the date that we're looking for, which is August 12th. So I'm going to scroll under From through the months and get to August. I'm going to click on the 12th. And now it's going to default on the 2 the next day, but I'm going to change that to the 12th. And now if you look up here, it says paused, and it has the previous day, the 11th, at 11 p.m. So we're going to grab this scroll bar and we're going to scroll until it says 8:30 in the morning. Okay, we went a little bit ahead, but that's okay. So now I'm going to click on my chart, which I have sitting behind my control panel, and notice how we don't see any data here, even though I'm replaying the day. Well, we're going to repeat something we showed you in the last video. If you can't see anything, the price is probably just hiding in a different part, like on a lower price. So we're going to look for this little F in a square on the upper right hand corner of the chart, and that stands for focus. So we're going to click it, left click that, and there we go. It brings price into focus. So now we are replaying Wednesday morning right after open. And now what we're going to do is some of the things that we learned how to do in NinjaTrader is how to control it and manipulate it. So right now I'm going to show you how to take the chart or the data on the chart and shrink it downward or bring it into focus. You simply put your mouse where you see the prices stacked on the left. You hold down your left clicker and either pull down. See how that shrinks the size of the chart bars? Or I can drag it upwards to make them bigger. See that? So right now I'm going to drag them down, make them a little smaller. There we go. And then if you put your mouse along the timeline, if I grab anywhere on the time frame parts of the chart and drag to the right, it's going to show me more of the price or more time. So I'm zooming out. If I grab a hold of that time and drag it to the left, it's zooming in on time. It's getting closer. So now I only see from 3:30 in the morning until 8:30. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to drag to the right so I can see a little bit more price. Oh, that's a little bit more than I wanted. There. And now we can see all the price all the way from last night. Shows here we have, see 11 o'clock is right here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to select from one of these toolbars. You can see this little pencil, and those are the drawing tools. So if you click on the pencil and select line, you're going to have a drawing tool. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up the overnight highs. So after after midnight, price hit this high. You have to click twice. So in other words, when I start my line, I drag it out to where I want it. And now when I let go of the left clicker, it will leave my line. Okay, so let me actually let me draw some of these key highs up here, actually, since I just drew this line. Now I can also use the cut, copy, paste functions if I'm highlighted on any one of these um, drawing parts, or drawing objects as they call them. So if I use the right clicker, I can click on copy, and then I believe if I click anywhere else on the chart and right click, it will let me, oh, it doesn't have a paste. So it looks like I'll have to use my control paste function, which is control and then the V. So now it just, see, it just copied and pasted this drawing object. So right now I am marking up these pivot highs. You can see I'm drawing a line on each one. And when we came down from this last pivot here, price danced around down here, and then it came back up and it tested this line again, but it rejected off of it and it came down. So now we're testing the lows of the day, which I'm going to draw another line. Now you also have, you see this Alt 1. This is a quick key that I have set up in NinjaTrader for myself. To do that, I believe, or to set those up, I'll have to remember where to go to set those up, but we'll cover that in a different video. For now, we're just going to use this drawing tool. But later on, you can set up quick keys so that you don't have to go to this menu. So now let me draw the day's lows. Looks like we rejected off that low because we came and tested it. We didn't even quite touch the very low point of this previous candlestick here. So now what we're doing is drawing these objects so we can frame the market. And I'll give you an illustration. When you are driving down the road, if you don't have a center line, it's very hard if you have oncoming traffic and just a center line separating traffic. It's very hard to gauge where you should be on that road so that you don't hit the oncoming car. So that's why the lines in the road help you frame the road. So when you don't have that dotted line, if you have a road, a country road where there's no dotted line, you'll see that you and the oncoming car will hug the right sides of the lane, and you'll leave like this big huge like 8-foot gap in between you two, or maybe 6 foot. But when there's a line in the road, you don't realize it, but you're dangerously close to that other car. You know, you're probably like 4 feet away from that other car, and you still feel like you're safe because both of you are able to frame, you know, and center yourself because of that center line. This is the same concept. We're able to frame the market using these drawing tools, so we can keep track of where key areas are from a previous point in time. And right now we're coming down and testing this previous area, which is why it's very good for us to be able to see and highlight this area. Now another another nice thing to do is if you have a trend, let me go ahead and show you something else now. I'm going to take a line and let's try using the trend channel. And what we're going to do is start up here on the highest point of this peak. We're going to draw this all the way across to the tops of these highs. Now I'm going to, after I left click and leave that top line, now I get to come back and drag the bottom line in place. I'm going to put it at the bottom of this previous low. So Now you're able to see how we potentially could be in a continuation channel to the downside. That's becoming evident here because we came off rejected off this. We never made a new high, and it looks like we're going to punch through this support level, this low here, and we're probably going to touch this trend line and then revert back up and come and test the high of this downward channel. So that is a great way to be able to frame the market, is using these drawing tools, and those are two of them. Now, instead of using a trend channel that makes it a little easier to draw the trends, I could have just taken um, just a regular line drawing. So let me delete this. Once you select the objects, you can click the delete button on your keyboard, or you can right click on it and click on remove. So anyways, I could have taken just a regular line and drawn it across, and then highlighted that line, and then did the control copy, then control paste on my keyboard, and then brought it down. So I could have done it that way as well. So that is going to finish our video for drawing trend lines. In the next video, we're going to be exploring some other features of NinjaTrader.